Well, good morning, folks.
Good morning.
So this is going to be our last video in Maryland, and for this one we have driven up to Calvert County to visit the very famous Calvert Cliffs.
We just parked and we're going to do the Red Trail. It's 1.8 miles each way, and I believe this is the only trail that actually takes you to the cliffs. I saw a couple of other shorter trails, but I think they're just kind of meandering through the woods, not to the actual cliffs. It is dog friendly, so Riley is here with us on the ground, very excited.
Well, we made it down to the cliffs. We decided to come back up the trail to talk about it because it was actually a very small spot with a lot of people, and it's still kind of awkward for us.
Yeah, it's a good night. It's a good night. It's a good spot to hang out. There were like people like swimming.
Yeah.
And just tanning, and there were like picnic tables and stuff down there. Yeah, it's a very nice trail. Pretty much the whole trail is just sand and boardwalk. So pretty nice to walk on. Obviously Riley enjoys the sand. She loves the sand. She's a little dirty now. That's okay.
Yeah. So you might be wondering, why did we come here? Well, one, it's really pretty. It's a cool thing. The trails are awesome. But number two, the Calvert Cliffs were first described by John Smith in 1608, as in like a year after Jamestown was founded. So I think he was doing some exploratory work up and down the bay and the rivers and found this place and described it with incredible beauty. Yeah, and these marshy areas behind us, some people said they actually get to see beavers from time to time, which I've never seen a live beaver, and kind of hoping to see one on the way out, but you know.
We've seen some lizards and we saw one turtle.
Yep. A couple puppies in addition to this one.
I think this one's going to go in her backpack for the walk back, because it's a little humid and toasty out here.
And we're going to try to book it because we were trying to do one more thing before the rain comes down. I think we're right on that time edge, so probably won't film.
Although the rain was still pretty nice.
It would.
I'm gonna be honest.
We probably won't film a whole lot on the way back unless we see a beaver, so we're going to put her in the backpack and book it back up. We survived the walk back from the cliffs, but just barely.
Got very, very humid out there.
And this little 20-pound lovely one down there really takes a toll on your back, but it was much faster going back than it was getting down there.
So we've made it just down the road to the AnnMarie Sculpture Gardens. I believe if you do the whole loop-de-loop and see all the sculptures, it's about 0.7 miles. It's very dog friendly. It also appears to be very kid friendly. There's lots of children here. It looks like they have like a big like playground set up. So I think that's where all the kiddos are. But pretty quiet over here in the sculpture garden.
Yeah, completely under cover of shade, at least for right now. The rain is still holding off. I know this land was donated in 1991 to become a sculpture garden, and over the next decade they worked on building 6 sculptures, and then since then it has blossomed and became what it is today. And for us, this is just going to be a good way to kind of wind down after that exerting hike and stretch out Miss Beans' legs a little bit more before the long drive home to Virginia, which is just like across the bridge over there. Let's see what kind of art we can find.
Well, we did the loop, saw the sculptures. Some of them were pretty cool looking. The children left the playground area and kind of just followed us around the whole time. So we had a bunch of screaming children to enjoy the serenity of the art park.
You know, not to be a bump on a log, but why would you even bring groups of children to an art sculpture
When
park?
I say children, they're like 4 years old.
4 years old. When they were playing with the fairy garden, I thought that made sense. I don't know a single 4-year-old that would want to enjoy art like this.
Yeah, they don't seem very interested. But anyways, it's a nice little loop. It's all shaded, which is very nice.
It is a donation-based payment, admission. So you can give cash. There's also an app, which was how we did it. We just scanned it and then donated through the app. Which, by the way, if you're going to have a donation, you got to have the app. That was much easier because we don't have cash most of the time. So from here, we're going to run back to the car, avoid the children for Riley because she doesn't enjoy them. And then we are going to head to the restaurant that we have chosen for Riley's Maryland French fry. And if my count is correct, I think this is French fry number 23.
Almost halfway, folks.
The last 25 I think are going to be a challenge, but we're going to get them all. We'll see y'all there. Well, we've made it to that restaurant, folks. We have driven all the way to Maryland and explored the entire southern peninsula area. And we decided to go to the Rodgers here on Solomon Island to get Riley her French fry. Candace, as the French fry restaurant expert, what do you know about Rodgers?
Well, as you know, we always try to find a place that's kind of authentic to the state that we're in to get Riley her French fry. That was kind of hard to do in Maryland, but I found Rodgers. Now, the first restaurant did open in Falls Church, Virginia.
Which is not Maryland.
It was close, though. However, the franchise actually started in Maryland a few years later. So that is why we picked Rodgers.
Yeah, a lot of the restaurants we looked at also had Old Bay fries as the only option, which, I mean, I love and I understand, but I don't think Riley would like that seasoning.
A little spicy for her, maybe.
But I know she likes regular French fries. People are drag racing right on the strip here. So this little monkey has walked like almost 6 miles today and is absolutely exhausted. So if she looks like she's battered and abused while she crawls out of her crate, it's just her tiredness. Baby girl, it's showtime.
You want your Maryland French fry?
Number 23, baby. You're almost halfway there. Nope, that's all we got. We just got that one for you. Do you want to thank you? There you go. Yes, I'll take one too. Okay, you smell and you're kind of dirty. Can you go back in your crate?
Go back. We'll give you another one in a little bit.
That is going to wrap up our Maryland series, and what a series it was.
Yeah, we really enjoyed our stay. We enjoyed pretty much everything we did. We didn't enjoy the soft shell crab. That was about it.
Now there are like 3 different like sections to Maryland. There's Western Maryland, which is like touching West Virginia. Then there's like the DC Maryland, we're not going there. And then there's this, Southern Maryland, and some of the islands. So I feel like we got to explore most of this part of the state at least. And although it was a small state, we really had a great time and we saw a ton of stuff, and there is still more yet to see.
So we don't have any idea really where we're going next. But as always,
we'll see y'all somewhere.
Thanks for watching Riley Roams. Click subscribe to keep up with all of our latest travels, and don't forget to click that like button too.